Kelvin Rand here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the Upper Mississippi River Valley. Since last episode, finished up the harvest on field 41. Again, that was our winter wheat, so that field is done. Now we're moving on to field 42, the slightly larger field here. At least I would have to guess anyway. I've never actually checked this one, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see, field 35 is 28.85 hectares. And field 33 is 38, so basically a whole 10 hectares more. So yeah, just slightly larger. And then, as I said too, when it came to time to harvest this field, I want to get both combines out on the field here. I've got all our trucks over here ready. I got both grain carts here. The one combine from field 41 is sitting over here, ready to cross over to field 42. We just need to grab the other combine here yet. That is still sitting down in our equipment yard here, I guess we can call it, something like that, whatever. So we'll get the combine here headed that way. The other John Deere X9 1100. This, I believe, is our original combine here to the series. 34.7 hours on this combine here so far. And I know for a piece of equipment, that probably really does not sound like that much. And it's, for real life, it definitely is not very much. I mean, 34 hours. That's basically brand new. Yeah, it's barely even broken in, right? But for the game here, I think that's getting up there ways. Anyway, field 42. Speaking of which, by the way, for those of you watching, let me know. I'd love to know in the comments, Evan, how many hours do you have on some of your equipment? Anyone have more than 100, 200, 50? I'm guessing most of our equipment here probably isn't much over 89 point. Okay, wow. I'm not sure why there's so many hours on that tractor. Oh, 28. That is to be honest what I was expecting. I would see hours like that. 5.7 after I mute the game. We'll just mute the game audio. I'm just gonna have Courseplay definitely drive this down here, so we can actually talk. Otherwise, I need to turn the volume down or turn myself up or something. We'll just okay. Bye bye there, extremely noisy, obnoxious truck. I'm waiting for it to drive away. Still loud yet? Okay, there we go. Now it's quieted down a little bit. Okay, goodbye, truck. Wow, that was quite impressive. I was not expecting to see a piece of equipment with 90 hours on it. Again, when we're done with the series, we'll definitely be tabbing through some of the equipment. Oh, there we go. We got 55 on that one. That's actually pretty impressive. And that is one of the newer tractors here as well, 8R. The Fenton here has been with us since the start of the series. So, and then of course some of the 8RX. Those are definitely new. Probably not much more than 10. Yeah, 2.5. Let's see. This truck also fairly new. 0.2. Wow. Have I even used that? Barely even used that truck. The only time that truck's been used, Evan, is for filling up the big seeder here. I don't know, where's the big seeder? I'm sure where the big seeder is. Wait, back there? Okay, I'm not sure what it's doing way back here. Wonder if we got a bit of a wandering issue here on this equipment or something like that. Wow, 25 hours on that tractor. Not too shabby. Anyway, enough looking at that. Everyone, like I said, we'll look into that more in depth here when we wrap this series up here, probably in a few more episodes. But anyway, this episode, we're going to start harvesting on field 42. So I figure I'm going to start the combine. We're going to get this fired up here. I'm going to probably try to do the first headland pass myself here again. That usually seems to work best with Courseplay. Speaking of Courseplay, by the way, again, Courseplay was being really derpy here with field 41. Between episodes, though, Courseplay did pretty good. I had to fix them once, and that was it. So, and the ones I did have to fix them, I forget what happened. Oh, I think the grain cart crashed into the combine for some reason. I don't know why that was, but yeah, for some reason the grain cart and the combine were having a slight altercation. I had to break them up. So, anyway, turn on some GPS here a minute. We are still doing 0 degrees here on this one, auto width. Foaming on the combine, and away we go. And this is the last field of winter wheat here, by the way. And a reminder here again, once we're done harvesting the winter wheat oven, which hopefully this episode and before next episode, I'm going to want to finish up the winter wheat here if we can. Next episode, we'll hopefully come back and start planting the double crop soybeans. So we'll be getting into that here next episode. Oh, and before I forget here, everyone, I almost forgot about this here. This video should be going live on Thanksgiving here this year. So if you're watching this video here, like real time pretty much, happy Thanksgiving. Hope folks enjoy your Thanksgiving. At least if you're watching here in the America, right? I know some other countries have Thanksgivings as well, but typically like a little bit different times and stuff like that. I think Canada's like earlier, right? I think Canada was like a month ago or something like that. Making the turn here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I guess that's long enough. We'll make the GPS here. Lock it back on. Once we get down there, then we got to just pretty much probably freehand it. I could, I suppose, if I wanted to, and set up a GPS for that. I don't know if that is that actually like no, that's probably not 45, is it? Yeah, so we'd have to kind of like figure out what angle that is. The best thing to do if you have a field like that, Evan, you can one try to figure out the angle or just record an actual AB line. For those of you who watched what I typically do, Evan, very rarely do I actually take the time to like record a proper AB line. I just set A with a direction and call it good. And again, in most of my cases, I want a 0-degree angle and a 90-degree angle cover most of what I like to do. At least in my opinion, I think that's a pretty good, easy way of doing it. But like I said, if you got lots of fields like this, where you have maybe a custom angle you want to try to follow, just record an AB line for that, and that usually works out pretty good. And then you probably want to save that like under that field name, because again, depending on what the fields, if there are other fields like it, then you can maybe try to estimate the angle and save it as that, but otherwise, not save it under the field name. That, for those who watched the previous series, there's what we're kind of working on there. We had a lot of custom angles on that map. Again, for those of you seeing that map, like the entire map was like skewed and turned ever so slightly, right? Yeah, that didn't mess with anybody. Ooh. Just, you know, turn everything to, you know, a couple of degrees. 78% already. Ooh, filling up. Here, filling up. Oh, this combine, okay, this must have been our original combine here. I just realized, this combine has a lot more hours than the other one. 71.9 hours. Wow, okay. That's a few more hours. For some reason, I was thinking we started with the tracked combine, but maybe not. According to the hours on this one has quite a few more hours on it. So we must have started the game with a wheeled combine, not the tracked combine. I'd have to go back and like look at the how we started this map here again. I just remember what equipment we all had here again, apparently. As a reminder, again, everyone, from this series here, we took all of our equipment from the previous series and then kind of brought it over to this map here. Our last series was a contracting series, where we simply just did a contracting, which I think was fun for something different. And highly recommend giving that a try if you haven't already done so. Okay, one grain cart coming up. I think I can sneak around the edge of the field, or at least I hope I can anyway. I mean, kind of hard to sneak around this way because I got all trucks parked in the way. Wow, is that really? Okay. Would have thought I would have fixed that on this one here a long time ago. Yep, deactivate that, open with mouse. Can't believe that wasn't turned off already. Oh boy, yep. I just realized that the last time. Wait a minute. We are not lined up with the approach there. We need to, ooh, are we going to fit? It's going to be interesting, but I'm not sure we can fit down alongside this field here. And again, this is why I wanted to do the first headland myself, because Courseplay does not like unloading on the headland here on this field, so once we get the first headland done, I won't worry quite so much. But this first headland, oh boy. And this is exactly what Courseplay will try to do sometimes too, by the way. It'll try to drive along the edge of the field. The only thing is Courseplay doesn't seem to want to avoid these poles, and it wants to like cross the ditch, and oh my. What I probably should have done was just taken the road and used the other field entrance over there. Not liking this. Nope, not one bit. I could have gone around the other way. I mean, I probably would have, but they got all the trucks parked up that way, so I can't go the other way. The only other option, like I said, would have been to take the road out around the other entrance there. Probably should have done that. Yeah, well. Yeah, that grain cart definitely wants to tip over, doesn't it? Fortunately, the tractor seems to be staying quite well grounded, but the grain cart here, yikes. There we go. Just enough grassy spot there. We can drive somewhat easily. Okay. Let that unload here and see how much further we can make it around the field here. We were what? Probably... Oh, I was going to say a third. Nah, it actually might be more like a quarter of the way around the field here at this point, everyone. Speaking of wheat, by the way, I never did actually check. How much wheat did we end up with here off of our previous field here? So 578,000 liters of wheat. I did, of course, empty... I think all the trucks should actually be empty over there. Yeah, so I emptied out all the trucks. Plus, we made a couple other trips here as well. So, what, probably 5-6 trips? I'm not entirely sure of one, but we definitely filled the trucks up here a couple of times here on the last field. I would expect we would fill them up quite a few times on this field here as well then. Oh boy, missing spot. Don't tell our field quality manager. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. See, everyone, being one of the bigger farming simulator channels here, right? We actually have a field quality manager who takes his job very seriously, by the way. He definitely critiques the job we do on some of our fields, missing spots and what, right? And then, of course, we also have a channel historian as well, which is probably a good thing, because sometimes I don't always remember what we've done. Like, was this the original Combine? Possibly. Judging from the hours, I'm going to guess this must have been our original Combine. We're up to 72 hours there, by the way. Now all we need for the channel maybe is someone to manage production. That might be a good idea, right? Keep myself in line. That would probably help. Nah, who am I kidding? That'd be a full-time job there. Oh, auto-save in a couple of seconds here. And just a reminder too, by the way, something seems like I always fail to mention this. For those who'd like to join us in on some multiplayer in this game, we do have a multiplayer server as well. Links for all that good stuff are down below in the description there. Again, if you'd like to join us in on our multiplayer server here for Farming Simulator 22, you can find that information down below. We ask that you please join us in on the RDAllen Teampseak server. Again, that RDAllen Teampseak server information is down below in the description there. And many times, too, as I mentioned, too, if you'd like to catch some of the multiplayer episodes and content, everyone, usually keep that content over on Twitch. So YouTube, everyone, kind of my single-player videos series is right. Over on Twitch are my multiplayer series and content, as well as some additional stuff. Again, as I mentioned, we played on the previous DLC map. The name of which escapes me right at the moment. Apologies on that. It's the one that had the roller coaster there. Mostly the forestry map, right, everyone? And a halfway decent map, too. I kind of like that map. It wasn't bad. At least if you're into forestry, anyway. Which, again, I've not done a whole lot of forestry here in Farming Simulator 22, but it is definitely fun to tinker around with every so often. Oh, back to a nice straight edge on the field, only to get to the next edge here. That is also definitely not quite straight. Oh, well. Like I said, we'll probably let course play loose on this field here at some point. Speaking of course play, looks like both our combine and our header are here. Oh, we better watch out once that truck is running. If it suddenly starts to get loud, I want to see that truck is running there. Sounds like we might be okay. It's possible that the auto drive shut the truck off because we couldn't quite get to its destination. Combine, I'm sure, is at the destination. The truck, however, is probably not quite. Oh, and we are full again. Oh, that's really... I think what we're going to do is I'm going to get the other grain cart here. I don't want to try to... Well, actually, no, that... Yeah, we got plenty of room around the field here, don't we? I was thinking I had to drive back through the grassy part then again, but no, we can drive right through where we harvested here. That shouldn't be a problem. Oh, yeah, the good grain cart driver always takes care of the missing crops there. One benefit of having crop destruction turned on right away. Any missing crops, just drive over them. Solves the problem. That I do believe is a little trick I learned from Brian's farming videos. For those who watch Brian's farming on YouTube there. Their running joke is that is always the grain cart's job to take care of any missing crops in the field, which happens in real life too, of course. There we go. Got that missing spot there as well. Like I said, nothing to see, Evan. Nothing to see. This should fill this grain cart well over 3/4 full here. Fortunately, not quite enough to unload for a third time here. The smaller grain cart actually almost, I mean, in some ways, that works out better because it holds like a nice 2 loads here from the combine. Whereas this one is like 2 and a, is it a half? I think it's like 2 1/2 or maybe a small half, something like that. Okay, there we go. Pipe away. Combine on. Line back up on the GPS, and away we go. We got another field of wheat right in front of us here from the looks of it. A few more weeds on that field than ours, though. Yep, no weeds in the field that I see readily. Probably some somewhere. Actually, you know what? I think there was some somewhere. According to the map here, I think these little spots here had some, didn't they? Could be wrong. Maybe not. Yeah, it shows weeds on those strips. I mean, I'm not sure why that is, but like that got the same treatment the rest of the field did. Why does that have weeds and this doesn't? I don't know. Maybe they're trying to go for a little bit of realism on that one. I mean, that is actually something that can happen in real life there, too. If you got like an open row, maybe something got missed or something, weeds tend to grow a little bit easier in the missing spots where there are no crops. Especially taller crops, stuff like that might shade out the ground. Well, if you're missing crops, everyone, you're not going to get the shade on the ground. Allows the weeds to grow a little bit easier. So kind of like we have over there. Hey, right there. Yeah, I believe it's a missing spot. I don't know if it actually is. Well, I guess it is legitimately missing according to the map, right? So, missing spot. And the weeds are growing in it. Even though that spot, I'm sure, got covered by the weeder just like the rest of the field did. Not that full yet, but I might just stop here and unload the combine, because why not? We're right by a truck. This is the last truck we have on the road here, by the way. Let that load here a minute. And while we're unloading, let's see if we can load up some comments here a moment. And you know what, before you comments loaded up, just as a reminder, if you haven't already clicked the subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And of course, once you are subscribed, don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you get notified of the latest, greatest Upper Mississippi River episode going live. Speaking of the latest, greatest Upper Mississippi River episode, this one, of course. If you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Okay, speaking of the comments here, let's head over to the comments here and see what you folks had to say. As I say before, I always enjoy reading all you folks' comments. And if I'm not mistaken, I do read all of them. Probably one here and there that sneaks through that I might miss, but with some rare exceptions, I'm pretty sure I read all of them. Mason was saying, great videos. Wonder where you get some of your mods from, especially the trucks. The trucks are really cool. Let's see, when he says trucks, if you're talking about like these trucks are actually the in-game trucks here. Nope, come on, enter vehicle. There we go. So yeah, these trucks, the Mack trucks here, these are in-game trucks. I think the only truck I'm using that is not in-game here, if I can find it, is, well, okay, fine, that'll get us close. This obviously is not an in-game truck. Nice enough looking truck, Evan. You folks know what the problem is, though. Oh, what is up with that? I just seen that across the field there. Huh. Weird. Anyway, yeah, that truck is obnoxiously loud. So yeah, with the exception of that, they're all in-game trucks, or DLC trucks, I guess, right? Hatcher was saying, good video. Hey, thank you very much for that. Sean was saying, hey, RDAllen, great video as always. I think you should go for another 4X map for the next one like this one. Well, we'll have to see one. We'll have to see. I'm not sure of one. I'm kind of leaning towards, for the next map of it, maybe doing Westbridge Hills. Like I said, might be a little bit of a shorter series, but it just seems like we need to do like a 10-year anniversary on that map of one. What are the chances I can make it all the way around the field before needing to be unloaded again? Probably not very good, I bet. Still got probably a small quarter of the way to go yet. And not to mention this curvy line. Well, straight line would be obviously a lot quicker. One a lot shorter, but here we're going around curves, so or crop that way, right? So not actually not necessarily probably really no. It just takes longer that way. Jake was saying, my course play hardly gets used for anything. Most of the combine work and grain cart work is done by myself. Yeah, all depends on your play style, of course, right, everyone? And, of course, if you're on the console. I mean, if you're on the console, and I'm not sure, I don't think Jake is, but if you are on the console, of course, then, well, course play and auto drive are not even an option. So, kind of takes care of that problem, right? Again, if you're like myself, I kind of like to tinker around with course play and auto drive and make some use of them, especially with the larger fields here like this. Oh. Actually, there we go. Line it back up and away we go. Electrical left. Hopefully that'll work out with the connecting point up here. Well, let's see. Hollywood was saying, I play on the Xbox XS Series console, then seen the Texas Big Flats. Do you know how I get that or where it is at? Ooh, let's see. I believe, isn't that the 4X map? That's the map I think it is. It might not be available for the console, so just FYI on that one. As for mods that are available for the console, though, and you can do the same thing with the PC here as well, of course, that one. Right on the home screen there for Farming Simulator, you'll see a mods section. You can go to that, and you can browse all the mods that Giants has available for the game. Of course, the keyword there being that Giants has available for the game. Keep in mind, too, the mods that are available for the console versus the PC are different. There's essentially two mod hubs for Farming Simulator. There's the console mod hub, and those, of course, are only the mods that are available for the console. And then you also have a PC mod hub. And again, the PC mod hub has a lot more mods that are available. Generally speaking, if the mod's available for the console, it is definitely available for the PC. However, if it's on the PC, doesn't necessarily mean it's available for the console. That, of course, being the big one, being third-party scripting. Any third-party scripting is not allowed on the console. Third-party scripting, again, course play, auto drive, mods that add additional functionality, like these little HUDs-up displays there, stuff like that. Adds additional functionality that was not previously in the game. So yeah, again, unfortunately, that is not available. Christopher was saying, good video, keep it up, and happy Thanksgiving. Hey, happy Thanksgiving as well. All you folks watching, like I said, if you're watching on Thursday when this video goes live, hope you folks have a happy Thanksgiving. Yourselves plenty of a turkey to eat and all that good stuff, right? Or maybe you're, one of the weird people and do ham instead of turkey. I know there's some people that, flip-flop it, because traditionally speaking, turkey for Thanksgiving, right? Ham for Christmas. That's kind of the traditional way of doing things. But then you got the weird people that, maybe do ham for Thanksgiving and turkey for Christmas. Or, if you're like my family, we'll do turkey for both. Buy turkey for Thanksgiving, then you wait till after Thanksgiving, and then turkeys are usually really cheap. Buy yourself a cheap turkey for Christmas, right? Oh, working our way around, Evan. We're almost there. So this is a big field here yet. But can you imagine, Evan, if we had to do all of this work ourselves? Going back to, was it Jake? Was Jake's comment here? Yes. Jake's comment here where he says he does most of the work himself. If we had to do all this work ourselves, Evan, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's going to take us a while if we harvest this field ourselves. Got to drive all the grain cart myself. We got to drive all the trucks ourselves. Whoa. Yeah, good thing we have auto drive them because, wow, that'd be a lot of work otherwise. Speaking of work, by the way, looks like I need to make work of working my way out of here because it is time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, you folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time.